Yo there, team. What is hippity happening today? I am really happy to be with you. I am Steve Klintberg-Nodge. I am coming to you live from Treaty 7 territory right here in Mohkinstsis, also known as Calgary, Canada. All right, we got 45 minutes of an endurance class lined up ahead of us right here and now for some sweaty times on the bike. And we're going to be focused on pace setting today. So normally in my endurance classes, we're looking for longer and longer durations at a specific cadence and specific resistance level so that we're building up that fortuitousness. No, not that one. No. The fortification. We're fortifying our forts of our leg forts, core forts, all the forts. Maybe even ripping a couple of forts. But, you know, I'm the only one with a microphone. But today, we're going to be focusing on different cadence levels at slightly different resistance levels so that we can really focus in on what is going to give us the best output over the longest amount of time, because hint, over the next couple of weeks, we're going to be building up to longer, bigger durations, including a single class that is just boof. If you find me over on Moto Sumo, you'll find that big boof 45-minute class of nothing but endurance. Alrighty, team. Right now, find resistance level 1, just total flat road. Get your sits bones connected in to the widest part of the saddle and extend your spine all the way up through the crown of the head. Drop those shoulder blades down. And I want you to open up the chest. I hope that you've got a nice Spin for Life logo right across your chest as I do, because then it makes it easy to know what you're stretching. But pull the arms back and down and just sort of, you can growl if you really want to, but I want you to just open up. Oh yeah, not creasing the neck at the back, just opening up at the front. And then, curl over the front. The legs stay in motion. We're getting a big stretch in between the scapula, the shoulder blades at the back, and then, and one more time. Okay, shake that out. Now, I know most of you are with me live here on Facebook or on YouTube, but if you happen to be over on Moto Sumo, you can always get a 30% off subscription with motosumo.com/spin-with-Steve. But if you are on Moto Sumo right now and you want to see each other's stats live, go to the group ride feature, put in 1521, and we'll see those stats. Alrighty, team, we're going to start speeding up here on the bike. Hinge at the hips, come down to those handlebars. Nice light fingers on there, elbows down and in, spine nice and long, shoulder blades back and down. We are still at resistance level 1, and we're going to stay here for the next minute and a half as we get into pace and we get into speed. So, heels of our feet drop down so feet are flat and parallel to the floor, even at this low resistance and high speed. I'd like to see us all at what we call a red zone pace. So anything 110 RPM or above. Again, if you're over on Moto Sumo, you'll get your live stats, including your live cadence and distance covered. So you'll be able to see the 3-second average of the motion of your pedal strokes. All right, team, knees tracking directly forward and back, spine nice and long, breathe through. I know we don't have any resistance on the pedal strokes right now, so you're like, sure, I'm moving fast, but this is pretty easy. But don't worry, soon enough, as we get into this pace practice, you're gonna start feeling it. Oh yeah. Right now, just focus on that beautiful body position and warming up the muscles, warming up the cardiovascular system with this high pace, low resistance. We've only got 30 seconds left here before we increase our resistance to resistance level 2. So taking it off a flat road at R1 into R2 should feel like a bit of an incline cardio endurance zone. That's 15 seconds away, team. Oh yeah. All right, start finding that increase in resistance. Bring it up. Resistance level 2. Okay, we're going 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off. Pace setting. The off portion, which we are in right now, 95 RPM. At resistance level 2, this might already feel significant. Make sure you're pushing and pulling those pedal strokes. In 10 seconds, we're gonna sprint it out. Find 110 RPM at resistance level 2 for 30 seconds. Let's go. Engage the core to really pull through the pull stroke. Keep that spine long. The pull stroke is not only the recovery portion of your pedal stroke, it is still a strong portion of the power generation, but it's also where I find a ton of the speed is created. 110 RPM, 5 more seconds. Okay, let it settle out. 95 RPM. Still pretty fast. We're just sort of wavering in between relatively fast and really fast. Again, today is all about pace practice. Breathe through. We sprint again in 5 seconds. 3, 2, find 110. 30 seconds on the clock, 110 RPM, resistance level 2. Now the body's super warming up, eh? Halfway there. A lot of today I've defined as a bit of a 95 RPM. I defined as almost pace circuits. So with each segment of the ride, we're going to be setting a resistance level and then playing around with cadence. We're at 95 right now. In a few seconds, take it to 110 again. Here we go, 110. Keep the spine long, sits bones on the saddle. 110 RPM. Resistance level 2. Breathe. 3, 2, 1. 95 RPM. Make sure you keep smooth, circular pedal strokes. We have 2 more of these sprints. Breathe through it. Next sprint coming up in about 7 seconds. Get ready for it. 110 RPM, 30 seconds on the clock. Resistance level 2, cardio endurance zone. Engage the core to pull up through the pedal stroke to find that speed. Halfway there. Breathing already getting heavier. I know you can hear my breath in your ears. 95 RPM. Grab a little water as you need. "95 RPM is ever so slightly a recovery. Still pretty fast. If you're an outdoor cyclist, 95 RPM might be like, ooh, that's the speedy side of life out there. All right, final sprint, 110. Here we go. When the clock runs out in 10 seconds, maintain 105 RPM at this resistance level. We're going on that for 3 minutes. 105 RPM. Resistance level 2. Again, pretty spicy. Pretty fast. Calm the upper body. Find the flow. We're indoors. We're on stationary bikes. That eliminates some of the extraneous things that we tend to need to worry about when we're outdoors riding. We don't have weather to contend with. We don't have to grip the handlebars to make sure we're balanced. You've got like a 110-pound bike between your legs. So, this is all about fitness. It's all about exercise. We're building muscle, building cardiovascular strength. This narrowed focus is part of why we can go a bit faster on the pedals or at higher resistance levels or more consistently than we might be able to outside. We define the terrain, we define the conditions, but we get a huge workout out of it. I've never really been able to track down the research on it, but common parlance, people often say that riding on a spin bike, you get sort of double the amount of workout in a given duration as you would outdoors. Take that with a huge grain of salt. Again, I've never seen the hard data on it, but we do work hard. We sweat hard. We got 1 more minute here. At resistance level 2, 105 RPM. Then we're gonna go into a pace setting exercise at resistance level 3. So, because we're on totally different bikes, we're all around the world, we're here in community, but your bike, your resistance levels may function completely differently than mine. So, when I say the resistance levels, 1, 2, 3, 4, they are guideposts for your definition of what each of those mean to you and on your bike. This should be, again, a hard ride. Okay, find resistance level 3, feel like a power zone, significant incline, but not a big mountain climb. Ooh, hill climb. All right, so we're going through 30-second cycles again. The low and slow, 70 RPM. The fast, 90 to 100. If you can manage it, 30 seconds, R3 sprinted. Trying to find 90 to 100. Because the resistance level is so much higher this time around, the output of power that you are committing right now should be huge. Heavy breathing and back to 70 RPM. 70, it's not quite as slow as we might think when we're sprinting that quickly at R3. We're going through this sprint 5 times. We've done it once. Time number 2, coming up in 3, 2, sprint it out, R3. Extend the spine. Bring the chest open and forward. So this center of mass is over top of the front of your pedal strokes. Halfway there. Breathe. 3, 2, 1, 70 RPM. If you need to, step out for a second. Right back in. I'm already so shiny, so sweaty. Again, team, if you're over on Moto Sumo right now, go to the group ride feature in Just Ride and input 1521. And we'll see each other. Alrighty, next sprint, let's go. 90 to 100 RPM. Resistance level 3, power zone. Halfway. And also halfway through this total segment. Level out, 70. Breathe. Hydrate a bit. Small sips. Oh yeah, team. That is some heavy watt output there as we sprint, which we are doing again right now. 90 to 100. Again, find your pace through the upstroke, power through the down. Both the push and the pull are responsible for power and speed, but down creates more power, up creates more speed. 70. Oh, we've got one last sprint. Try not to dip below 70 RPM. Oh yeah. Final sprint in 5 seconds. Not final sprint for the day, but final sprint for this segment. Here we go. 90 to 100. Halfway. And take yourself to R2. Back into a cardio endurance zone. We're going to be here for 3 minutes again. Aiming at 105 RPM. Resistance level 2. Calm the body. Extend that spine. Fingers light. Keep the heels drop down. Yeah. Wow, I'm sweaty today. Total of 3 minutes here. Then we're going back into pace setting. And that one's gonna be hefty. 2 more minutes left. On deck, we're gonna stay at resistance level 2, but our pace is gonna be in the high zone. We're gonna be going between 100 RPM and 110 RPM every 30 seconds, 5 times in a row. If you wanna get really nifty with it, go 105 to 110. All of it at resistance level 2. Look how much I'm dripping sweat right now. Bring those elbows down and in. Feel nice and aerodynamic, even though we got no wind on us. But it puts your upper body, your hips in a nice position. This is all cardiovascular. Well, a lot of muscle, but you gotta pump those muscles with oxygen, so you gotta breathe. You wanna keep space for the lungs and for the diaphragm to move in the core. 45 more seconds, team. In 30 seconds, 100 to 105 is our baseline. 110 is our sprint. 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off. We're starting with the 105 version. Just like we've done the pace practice those last couple of times. All right, team. Keep that nice body position, spine extended. 100 to 105 RPM. 30 seconds. This is our foundation. We're gonna sprint to red zone, 110 or above, in about 15 seconds. Get ready for it. It's gonna get spicy and fast. 30 seconds of sprint at R2. Let's go. These intervals are training us. They're just training us. They're training us to feel focus at higher pace, to maintain higher power output. Okay, back to 100 to 105. Still fast. We sprint again in 15 seconds. Get ready for the sprint. Resistance level 2. 30 seconds, let's go. 110 or above. Make sure core is not impeding legs. They can caress each other, but shouldn't be obstructing each other. Going back to 100. I'm gonna up my resistance a little bit personally. Just a tiny bit. I went up by about 2%, just to see what I can maintain. Right now, we're at our baseline, 100 to 105 RPM. Third sprint coming up in 10. 30 seconds on the clock, sprint it out, let's go. Finally. Three. Back to baseline, 100 to 105. Little water. 2 more sprints. How's this feeling, eh? Does the baseline feel pretty decent? Surprising ourselves with how fast we can maintain as our foundation. Let's sprint it. 110 or above. Thirty seconds at baseline, 30 seconds at sprint. Halfway through the sprint. Three, two, Baseline, this is going to be our final round in this segment. 100 to 105 RPM right now. Fast baseline. One more sprint. Then we're going to go into an R4 climb for 4 minutes. Get ready for the final R2 sprint. Let's go. "25 seconds left. Three, two, one. Crank it to R4. Heavy, steep mountain climb. Blue zone RPM, so anything in the 50s or 60s. Again, these are circuits, or intervals, I should say. So, we're doing a minute here in the saddle at R4. And we're gonna rise up out of the saddle for a minute. Not going for a sprint, but we are going for heavy muscular work. Core is involved, glutes, hamstrings, calves, the whole posterior chain. Hands are going to come forward on the handlebars, and we are going to increase our resistance when we stand up. 60 seconds, 3, 2, let's go. Increase, hands come forward, elbows still down and in. Shiny, shiny from all this sweat. Your resistance level 4, big mountain climb, and even heavier than the mountain climb version we had a few seconds ago when we were in the saddle. Heels stay dropped down, chest open. Breathe. Halfway through. "15 more seconds. And we're back in the saddle. Keep those shoulder blades back and down. Back in the saddle. Okay, take your resistance back to a regular in-saddle resistance level 4. We make it heavier when we're out of the saddle because we have so much more body mass over top of the pedals. And right now, I want to focus on that squat and lunge-esque muscle build. Endurance classes are usually focused on being able to cover the most ground in a certain amount of time. So that's why we're maximizing pace and our output at various resistance levels. But a lot of outdoor riding also becomes, how well do you fare up a hill? Can you continue going? What's your endurance on that? Speaking of which, 60 seconds out of the saddle, crank that resistance up. Make it heavy, and maintain blue zone RPM, anything in the 50s or 60s. Engage the core to pull through those pedal strokes. At the end of this minute, we're back in the saddle at resistance level 1. Push and pull. Feel it in those hammies, glutes, hip flexors, calves, base of the feet. 15 more seconds. Spine is nice and long. Resistance Level 1. Grab a little water. We're about to go into a 2-minute race. If you happen to be over on Moto Sumo, which is where I regularly teach, it's a super funky live fitness app. Tons of on-demand classes too. But if you're there right now, go to the Just Ride feature and into the group ride icon and input code 1521. We'll see each other in the class right there. 1521. All right, team. Resistance level 1. 2-minute race. Let's go. So this is flat road. Legs are moving quickly. 110 RPM and above. We want to maintain body position and help to flush out our muscles right now. Keep breathing. Fast legs. Core and stabilizer muscles around each joint are engaged. You want to try to make sure you're not bouncing in your pedal strokes. Keep them smooth. Keep them round. 90 seconds left would be a great idea for a little bit of this while you keep speed. Just a friendly little race here. We're gonna come out of this and go into 5 minutes. 5 minutes at resistance level 2 plus a little bit, aiming for 105 RPM or above. Maximum effort. It's like pure functional threshold power max. Any of you who might have been in my class last Sunday, we did an FTP test in the latter half of the class. FTP, functional threshold power. It's a great mechanism, a good metric to use. I like to revisit FTP tests every 2 to 3 months to get an idea of how my progression is going, how my progress is going. Because the higher my average functional power, the stronger I am, the better my cardiovascular system. And here's the finish line. Whoa! Alrighty, team, it's a quick transition. Increase your resistance up to resistance level 2 cardio endurance zone, and then add just a little bit. And here, team, 5 minutes on the clock. Aiming at 105 RPM. Body position is going to make a big difference. Bring those hands slightly forward, elbows down and in, spine long. Sits bones on the widest part of the saddle. Focus. Breathe. Try your best to control your breath. Oh yeah. This is high output. Get almost meditative with it. The higher your maintained cadence and the higher your maintained resistance, the higher your maintained power. We've been playing with pace this whole class, trying little by little to increase our tolerance. Now, yeah, this is a drop in the bucket compared to progress over a long period of time. This is just one class, but how does your tolerance feel? Even with this slight inoculation of these pace-setting measures today. Keep going. 3 minutes left on the clock. Check your heels. Bring them down so they're in line with your toes relative to the floor. Keeps the posterior chain engaged. We're halfway through, team. 2 minutes, 30 seconds left. Two minutes. Maintain that pace, 100 to 105. And a little bit above your regular resistance level 2. Ninety seconds. Spine long, breathing. $75 seconds. Push and pull. 1 minute. Don't forget that pull stroke. It's speed, it's balance. Maintain. Keep going. Final 30. Lock it in. Final 20. 15. 10. 5. 3, 2, 1. Keep the legs in motion. Do not touch resistance. We have one more challenge segment before our cool down. Pedal, hydrate. Okay, we're still at resistance level 2. We're gonna go for a 30-second race and then a longer race. Everybody ready? R2, 3, 2, 1, let's go. Engage the core, find that speed. Full sprint. Halfway. Final 7 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, team. Keep pedaling, but take just a moment. We're doing one more effort. 2 minutes at resistance level 2, plus a little bit as a race. I'd like you to find tuck position, hands forward, spine long. Ready, team? 3, 2, 1, go. Elbows down and in. We've done 15 seconds of 2 minutes. Maintain a fast pace. You want that tuck position. Sure, it's going to fatigue us, but we get the mechanical advantage of this center of mass over our pedals. 90 seconds left. Focus in. Cool down after this. Breathe. Halfway mark, 60 seconds left. "45. Smooth pedal strokes. Extend the spine and breathe. 30 seconds. "20. Final 15. Ooh, keep it going. 10. Right through to the end. 5, 3, 2, 1. Resistance all the way down. Breathe. Oh. Keep the pedals in motion. Resistance level 1, flat road. When you're ready, up off the handlebars. Oh, feel, see the sweat. Oh, wow. A huge day, huge class there, team. Pedal it through, grab a little water. Try your best to stay up off the handlebars, core engaged, spine long. Open the chest, drop the shoulder blades. Bring the head up and over. Don't collapse through the short side. Just extend up. Oh, yeah. Legs stay in motion. Back to neutral. Over to the other side. Whew. Neutral. Open the chest. Bring the chin up, but don't collapse through the back of the neck. Just open it up. Oh, yeah. And neutral, chin down, open the back of the neck. Drop those shoulder blades. Oh, neutral, bit more water. We're gonna come into a stretch. Wow. Make sure to hydrate. Big stretch after this, at least 5 to 10 extra minutes. Hands are back on the handlebars. Drop the elbows. And slow the pace of your legs as needed as you bring the chest down. You may feel this stretch across the chest, or maybe even a bit in the back rib cage or between the shoulder blades. And then exhale, big, forceful exhale as you go into a cat position, rounding the back. And forward again, cow. Not cow, I'm just saying cow position, you know. And cat. And neutral. Team, such an absolute pleasure.